Anyways, guys, let's talk about this Tyler Oliveira thing really quick, just because I want to, and you guys can't stop me. Okay, so this guy, Tyler Oliveira, I think I'm pronouncing his name right. If I'm not, I don't really care. He just does a lot of like poverty and like exploitation type of shit. Very strange. I mean, like, look at these thumbnails. I investigated the most violent city in America, and this just feels racist. It's a black guy holding a machete, and he's next to a sign that says, "Warning, you will die." And then there's this one that says, I investigated the city of sex offenders. I investigated the murder capital of the world. I investigated the gun violence capital in America. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Very weird. Wait, this thumbnail, why does this guy have an AK in his pants? This guy's dual wielding. This is not that one. This is a crazy thumbnail. He's like holding a pistol, but he's got like, I can't really tell because the image is so low quality, but it's like he's got like an AR or like an AK in his pants. No one would ever put a big gun like that in their pants like that. You do that for like small guns. Are these AI created? Almost certainly. Wrong. I have a big gun in my pants right now. Don't cap, man. Come on. You're better than that. Avelina operator. Thank you so much for the tier 1. What kind of prompts did he have to do to use it? I don't even know. So let's just like, look, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. And by that, I mean, let's watch 5 seconds of one of these videos and make fun of him. Don't worry, guys. He'll be okay. He's literally, he's probably a millionaire with the number of views that he pulls on these videos. It's okay. He'll be okay. He'll be okay.
People crazy out here right now.
Wait, why does it say that there's no audio, but also that there's audio?
I got shot multiple times, man. It's dangerous out here.
You guys are strapped?
Yeah.
How old are you?
13.
This is Memphis, the most violent city in America.
This graph shows the violent crime trend in Memphis dating back nearly 40 years.
Is this true? Is Memphis the most violent city in America? I don't know. I literally don't know. Well, what are they measuring it by? Violent crimes?
Last few years have been the most violent in the city's history.
Are you on any drugs today? Yeah.
I got shot. Man, my arm. I got shot on side, back.
I didn't expect that. So many people to get shot.
Everybody got shot in front of me. That funny.
Funny?
You can just walk over to the store, come out, mother. You get hit, you dead.
While violent crime in America decreased 6%, Memphis's violent crimes rose 7%, robberies rose 20%, rapes rose 41%, and murders rose 34%, breaking Memphis's own homicide record again. But why is Memphis becoming more violent despite violence in America?
Okay, it says that the highest rate is in Albuquerque. Just what Wikipedia is telling me. Wikipedia seems to think Memphis is second, and it's actually Albuquerque that is number 1. Jesse, we have to cook. Jesse. What's like, I'm just personally a little bit curious. What is the racial makeup of the city of Albuquerque? Where's Albuquerque? In New Mexico. Science, bitch. Yeah. Huh? I'm sorry. Let me look at it. Let's just let the video play a little bit more, okay? While I
trending
look
down,
into this.
and what can be done to fix it. First, I want to see if everyday people in Memphis feel safe on a day-to-day basis. Does shit go down at night here?
Daytime too.
Daytime too?
The city is safe or as dangerous as you make it.
What do you mean?
I mean, you don't go where you don't belong. You know?
We're trying to ask some families out here, basically if they feel safe out here in downtown Memphis.
Most times, kind of, sort of.
No, I'm just saying I don't go places I got no business being.
You don't belong in downtown Memphis?
I didn't say that. I'm here, aren't I?
Anyone should be fine right here, yeah?
Memphis here, crime in Memphis varies street by street almost, but in my opinion, it's not that bad. I feel like this is a classic instance of like New Yorkification of other cities, where people love to be like, New York is so dangerous. There's so much violent crime. Crime is rising in New York. It never is rising, by the way. It's just that New York has a lot of people, so obviously crime numbers are going to be higher. But again, per capita, they're pretty low because we have like 8 million people in the city. So yeah, there's going to be higher rates of crime because there's more people in that city. But there's not like, or sorry, there's going to be a higher number, but not higher rates. And the thing is, I've been in New York for most of my life, and it's not that hard to just be mostly pretty responsible and stay in safe-ish areas. And that's on top of the fact that, like, crime has been, like, on the downtrend. New York was really dangerous, like, 80s, 90s, when gangs were a bit more of a problem, versus now where it's like, there's really not. Like, you kind of have to go out of your way to find, like, a dangerous street. It's not even like that. It just feels like classic media fear-mongering. It's just like, we just want to push the narrative that, like, the liberal cities are on fire. And it's like, no, they're fine, man. They're kind of fine. Yeah.
That would be my expectation.
Statistically, apparently not the case.
Yeah, I mean, around certain areas, like we try to avoid, I guess, downtown.
Oh, this place is a shithole.
Joel, what are your thoughts?
I'm carrying a gun, so if that does anything.
This kind of fear-mongering stuff, it's no good for people.
What if it's statistically
Wait, this guy is a based king.
corroborated, though?
Complete bullshit.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about statistics.
Time visiting Memphis. Information from a buddy of mine kind of said, hey, stay here, don't stay here, kind of thing.
Are you strapped right now?
It's in the car. He did say to come strapped. He said,
Yeah, that's an important detail. Honest answer. Do you feel safe here?
Memphis, it's okay.
It's okay. Do you guys feel safe in Memphis?
No,
No? Are you guys gonna go downtown tonight?
not tonight. I try to avoid sun.
Libertarian guys with Asian wives.
No? Are you guys gonna go downtown tonight?
Not tonight. I try
You didn't
to
hear it
avoid
from me.
sundown.
It depends on where you go.
Okay.
Downtown, yeah, it's pretty safe working
Yeah?
downtown, yeah.
What about right here?
Yeah, it's pretty safe, yeah.
Statistics are bullshit. There's lies, damn lies, and statistics, brother. Take it easy with all the fear-mongering.
How's that fear mongering?
It's very simple. You're asking me about murders and if I feel safe
I
here.
mean, you just say you feel safe.
I do. I told you.
Also, this idea that, like, what you can't see, this is the problem, right? With YouTubers, they love to find people who aren't media trained and try and make them look idiotic. And even in those instances, they don't even succeed half the time. The idea that statistics have never been used to fearmonger before it's so stupid. It's so obviously dishonest. Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows that he's fear-mongering. He knows that he's using statistics to fear-monger, but he's just pretending like that's not the case. Right? Do you guys... What was it? Oh, like, the there's a fear-mongering tactic that... what are they called? The places that freeze your eggs? Like, what is the name of that establishment? A cryobank? Is that what they're called? Cryobanks? Does that refer also to eggs? Cold stone? What type of cold stone you going to? Costco? What type of Costco you going to? They must have some different type of Costco in whatever city you live in, man. We're Costco guys. Of course we freeze our eggs. Sorry. If you didn't understand that, consider yourself lucky. Okay, because for the rest of us, it's like an earworm that's never going to get out. All right. Oh, okay. So what were we talking about? Wait. What were we talking about? Right. So cryobanks are a great example of manipulatively using stats. The very favorite common one is the idea that when you hit 30, if you're someone who has eggs and a uterus, when you hit 30, the chance of birth defects doubles. The chance that you have a child that has birth defects will double from 20 to 30. Except when you actually look at the numbers and you see that it goes from being a 0.5% chance to a 1% chance. And then you realize that means there's a 99% chance your kid will be fine. But it's a lot scarier to say, whoa, the defects are going to double. Everybody knows you can use statistics in a way to manipulate people, to lie to people, and to fearmonger. Okay? I never thought about that. I never knew. Always thought otherwise. Yeah. I'm personally going through the IVF process, and a lot of the shit is weeded out by doing genetic testing. Oh, yeah. I mean, the medical field has like made crazy advancements on childbirth, which is really cool. I am good on children personally. But the fact that there are so many people that are able to have kids now that otherwise wouldn't have been able to because of IVF is objectively very cool. Very cool. Okay. So you guys get an idea of what type of content this guy makes, right? Very not good content. And here's like some more examples. Investigated New York City's illegal immigration invasion. Guys, there's no immigrant like invasion that's occurring. This is not like what is this? Looks like a scene from RoboCop. This one made me throw things. Dude, if there is an invasion of immigrants, and you know what he's talking about Mexican people, the only invasion is like the number of like fruit stands that are more readily available. That's what happens when people in Mexico invade New York. You just have better access to fruit carts and like churros. The churro ladies in the subway, God bless them. They are doing the Lord's work. And flowers. Who could forget the flowers? Yes. That is the invasion that's occurring. Okay? I have never, ever, ever had a like bad or violent experience with an immigrant ever. Usually it's just like, would you like some churros? Maybe a flower? Some fruit? Freshly cut? That's it. That's what the tamale ladies, yeah, that's what they're doing. That's the only invasion that's occurring. They're really, if you're scared of that, like you need to stay home like forever because I don't know what to tell you. Really, genuinely. Also, immigrants statistically commit less crime. Well, just think about it also. If you're trying to immigrate and you're doing it illegally, the last thing you want to do is commit a crime and get caught by the police because they're going to deport you. If you're afraid of getting deported, you are going to be way more likely to behave and obey the law. It's like intuitive. It just makes sense. You don't Anyways, this is a good thread on him. I researched him a few months ago. I think his content needs much more extensive coverage from Boy Official and Hassan the Hun. I can only describe the guy as a racist, homeless-hating right-winger who masks his rhetoric as a white moderate while creating irreparable damage to the people that he pretends to care about. Aside from using AI-generated images, he goes out of his way to connect crime to Black people. These are just 4 more recent examples. Yeah, my favorite thing is like, can we go look at his thumbnails, his videos really quickly? I love that in all of the violent names, like all the thumbnails and if all the titles that have violence in them, there's a Black person. But if it's just like poverty, it's just a MAGA guy. It's just a MAGA guy on his porch, not doing anything bad. Not doing anything bad. He's just chilling, being poor. And it's just so gross, dude. How do you not feel bad about this, man? Anyways. Whenever there's a non-white person, he wears a bulletproof vest too. Sure is weird. The first time he stopped blurring faces was his second video of this style where he filmed border crossings. His next guest was Kevin Dahlgren, a homeless pundit researcher who was arrested for stealing from the homeless. Tyler featured him and asked his viewers to follow him on social media 2 days after his arrest. Also brought on a right-wing Canadian politician. It's like, dude, man. I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet like a week or two ago, and the tweet said something like, this is how it feels when you pass by the homeless person at the 7-Eleven or whatever. Basically just like, oh my God, it's so scary. And someone quote tweeted it saying like, man, this is so gross. This meme is so gross. And somebody else responded saying like, LOL, stop pretending like homeless people aren't violent. And that shit makes me so mad. Because it's like, you can have a healthy fear or like a healthy concern without dehumanizing an entire group of human beings. Like, me personally, I'm not swole. I'm not jacked. I don't have any weapons on me. I probably should do my best to be as safe of a gamer as I can, right? Like, yeah, maybe if I see someone who's having a mental breakdown because, you know, they're homeless, maybe I will try to stay out of their way because I don't know how bad their mental break is right now, and I don't know how bad of a place they are mentally right now, and I know they're going through a hard time, and I get it, man. So maybe if I see someone and they're kind of like screaming and shouting to themselves, it's like, maybe I just crossed the street. Not looking for smoke. Just trying to go about my day. Yeah, I know that whatever you're going through is way worse than anything I'm going through today. But that doesn't mean you have to treat them like they're not people, man. You can have a healthy concern if you can see that someone is very clearly not doing well in that exact moment. That doesn't mean you think that they should be sent to fucking prison or sent to jail. I just want them to get housing. I just want us to house them and give them food and shelter and help them get off their feet. Not to mention 99% of homeless people that I've run into, actually 100% of homeless people I've run into, but I would say like 99% of them are not trying to just enact crimes of violence for fun? Like, the chance that they're gonna fuck with you is so, so, so low. And if they do, you have to recognize that, like, these are people who are not doing well, who need help. I'm more worried about the people who think American Psycho is a training film. God, yeah. Yeah. Most of them just want to get through the day. Yeah. I work in downtown Sacramento. There's a lot of homeless people in the block surrounding my work. So many of them are just people trying to survive. There's also homeless people having episodes, but those people deserve respect and dignity. Yeah. It's like, I think for me, the thing that's like, can I call it an ick? I'm learning the new terminology. And by new, I mean old terminology. One of my biggest icks is when there's like a homeless person and they're not doing anything. They're literally just sitting there, maybe holding a piece of cardboard. They're not doing anything. Like, they're not tweaking or anything. They're not screaming. They're not saying anything. They're just sitting there holding a cardboard, maybe with something to collect some change. And people like actively swerve all the way out. It's like, dude, they're not gonna do anything, man. You don't have to like make them feel like less than you. Like they're just literally just sitting there, man. Dude, do you think about how they feel? How they feel that everyone that passes them feels like they need to get this like at least 5 feet away from them? And like the worst is when it's a very public, crowded place. It's like, you're doing more harm, man. You're doing more harm. Like, that's weird, man. Carolus, thank you so much for the 11 months. Thank you. My sister's ex used to be like, get a job when homeless folks are just sitting around with a sign. I almost punched him in Philly once. We bought some dude some food who had the audacity to yell at. Yeah. I've definitely done that before. I've definitely bought food for homeless people before. Especially, it's like, dude, I don't know, man. I just think about like how I would feel in that position. Whoa, crazy. Putting myself in someone else's shoes. I just think about how I would feel in that situation, that like everyone around me is like scared of me and doesn't want to get near me. Like, can you imagine how that would like break you down as a person? And then some people have the audacity to scream at you. Like, there's a way to care about your safety without being a total piece of shit. I got into an argument with my parents the other day because they found out I gave cash to a homeless person on the street and they said they would just spend it on drugs and booze. And I said, so what? That's not my business. Yeah. Yeah. I've always thought it was very weird that people say that. That they're like, yeah, they're just going to spend it on alcohol. It's like, okay. Okay. What's the point? I don't understand what your point is. Do you not spend any of your money on alcohol? You've never spent $1 on alcohol. Is that right? Oh. No, you do get alcohol. Yeah, when you really want to unwind. Whoa, do you think that guy wants to unwind ever? No, he's fine being stone cold sober all the time because his life is so easy. Like, what? Dude. Only people with homes can do drugs. Like, it's just a joke. It's just a joke, dude. It's just a fucking joke. Anyways, back to this guy. I guess he got mad because people were attacking him, rightfully so. This guy says, who would have thought exploiting homeless people, boy, who would have thought exploiting homeless people was way more lucrative than being a Mr. Beast clone? Nice. And then he says, the next top 3 performing vids on my channel are literally Mr. Beast cloned videos. LOL. Boy Official just needed to DM me if he needed YouTube advice. Huh? I literally interview. He said, I stand corrected. It's good to know you're exploiting homeless people for passion, not just for money. Oh my God, the ratio. Oh my God. He's just doing it for the love of the game, man. I literally interview anyone and everyone that's willing to have a conversation, homeless or not, to give them mic if they'd like to share anything. Yeah, and how many of the interviews do you cut? Someone overdosing in broad daylight in a public sidewalk is relevant information for the broader public trying to understand the human casualty that the opioid/homelessness crisis is having on America. Boy says, non-consensually filming someone at their lowest point and then showing it to like 7 million people is cruel. Constantly pushing the lie that this situation is the product of a city banning police and that these zombies are actually choosing to be homeless is uniquely evil. And the most fucked up thing is, if you interview enough people, eventually there will be people that will say like, yeah, it's okay, you can record my face. So you don't have to record people without their permission, or you can at least offer compensation. Do you think these people are getting compensated? Like, he could, if he's going to interview homeless people, the least he can do is be like, hey, would you want to do a 5-minute interview for a video I'm going to upload on YouTube? I'll write you a check for, or give you $1,000 cash if you'd like. But to just record people without their permission, and you know they're not going to go after you because they're literally homeless, and then you're going to make money off of them and do nothing to benefit them. Like, fuck you, man. Like, don't pretend like, man, don't. Yeah, and then he says, yeah, there's but constantly pushing the lie that the situation is the product of the city banning police and that these zombies are actually choosing to be homeless is uniquely evil. Yeah. Yes. Also, a lot of the homeless folks in that segment had jobs, by the way. One lady had 3 jobs to support her 3 kids. Yeah. And this is my problem as well with these type of dudes. The type of dudes that run these YouTube videos, these used to be prank YouTube videos. Oh my God, do not call yourself a YouTuber turned investigative journalist. You are not a journalist, man. You are not a fucking journalist. Stop. Wait, there's also a not gross way to do this. Soft White Underbelly has a decent YouTube channel that does it, at least from limited videos I've seen. Yeah. I was going to say something. Wait. Oh, wait, I was trying to say something. One sec. Thinking. Oh, right. Stop pretending like you are doing an amazing service for the general public, that you would crucify yourself to serve the general public, that you, the bravest soldier, are going out there doing groundbreaking journalism. Stop, dude. Just like, I would have more respect if you just said, yeah, I'm just making content like everyone else on YouTube. Maybe you don't like my content. It is what it is. I've known people who had 2 full-time jobs and they were living out of their car. Or they had a camp in the park nearby. Just because someone is homeless doesn't mean they don't have a job. I think it's like something crazy. It's like, was it like 30% of homeless people have jobs? That like most of these people are living in their cars. Like this, it's almost like the problem is bigger than that. And it's not just that they're lazy. I think it's like 40% in California. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. It's like 40 to 60%. Nice. United States Interagency Council on Homelessness.gov website. And it says, Here we go. Myth. People experiencing homelessness just need to get a job. While employment helps people stay housed, it does not guarantee housing. As many as 40 to 60% of people experiencing homelessness have a job, but housing is unaffordable because wages have not kept up with rising rent. There is no county or state where a full-time minimum wage worker can afford a modest apartment. At minimum wage, people have to work 86 hours a week to afford a one-bedroom apartment. Even when people can afford a home, one is not always available. In 1970, the United States had a surplus of 300,000 affordable homes. Today, only 37 affordable homes are available for every 100 extremely low-income renters. As a result, 70% of the lowest wage households spend more than half of their income on rent, placing them on high risk of homelessness when unexpected expenses such as car repairs and medical bills arise. Just a joke. It's just so silly. And then this is good. This is good. Myth. People experiencing homelessness are dangerous and violent. Not having a home doesn't make someone a criminal, just like having a home doesn't make someone innocent. According to the data, people experiencing homelessness are far more likely to be victims of violent crimes than to commit violent crime. But because of the infrequency of violent crimes committed by people experiencing homelessness, they tend to be considered newsworthy and they attract more media attention. Yeah. Myth. Housing first is expensive and ineffective. Decades of research prove how effective and cost-effective housing first can be. Studies show that 9 out of 10 people remain housed a year after receiving housing first assistance, and that housing can be 3 times cheaper than criminalization. According to a recent study, housing first pays for itself within 1.5 years and can reduce homelessness and government reliance, all while getting people back to work. Housing first is basically that people should get housing first. That if someone is homeless, the first thing we need to do for those people is give them housing and then go from there. And this explains it. The housing first approach, recognizing that housing is the immediate solution to homelessness, but not the only solution. Housing first offers support, such as substance use treatment, legal aid, or job training at the same time as housing, and continues to offer support long after people are housed to prevent them from losing their home again. One element that sets it apart from other approaches is that it does not force people to accept support. Forced mental health or substance use treatment, for instance, is proven to be largely ineffective and to have unintended, harmful, or even deadly consequences. Whoa, you mean to tell me you just... Link? Yeah, sure. You mean to tell me that if you just give people housing and you give them the tools to improve their life and you tell them, hey, if you're dealing with substance problems and you want to get better, we have programs. We have rehab programs that you can join that'll help you. That they'll take those opportunities? No way. When I was houseless, I had to use my friend's home address so I could still work, LMAO. Kind of why having a community is key to staying off the streets. Rehousing definitely works. This shit makes me really sad since the fix is really easy, but it'll never happen. My wife and I are currently in a lawsuit with our apartment complex. Our rent is 61% of our monthly income at $2,000 a month for a 600 square foot size apartment. That's crazy, by the way. $2K for 600 square feet. Our state attorneys general filed a lawsuit a few weeks ago, and if we win, we'll get back $18,000. Dude, I really fucking hope you win. Prage in chat, I hope you fucking win that 18 grand and fucking take it back from your piece of shit landlord. Fuck that guy. Or that girl boss. Whoever is stealing your fucking money. And like, the thing that I don't understand, by the way, guys, one last thing on this topic. The thing that I never understand is, for the people who hate homeless people, the people who just like, they don't experience human empathy, and they're just like, the homeless people are getting in my way, and they're annoying me. Like sociopaths. You realize the easiest way to get all of them off the street and out of your way, you selfish prick, is to just give them housing, right? Like, these homeless people that are bothering you, you know, if we just give them housing, they won't be bothering you anymore, right? You do realize that, right? I can't even come up with a sarcastic rebuttal. I mean, it's crazy. But if they have a house, how will I look down on them? Oh, duh. Sorry, I forgot. My bad. My bad. But I want to kill the poor. Fuck. No. I did group therapy with someone getting off alcohol, housewife who went through detox, private, the best available in the city. They didn't get their meds right, so she passed out cold. Whoa. Scary. Yeah. Just so stupid. But do you think in his video about homelessness, he talked about that? Because I would be fine with the Tyler Oliveira guy, Rivera. I'd be fine with him if at the end of the video, he's like, guys, just so you know, Housing First programs can fix this. You see all these people suffering? We can fix this. All we need to do is just give these people housing first. It's been proven to be cheaper for the state to help these people, and it will work. That's all we need to do. That's it. So please, if you have a representative or, well, not if, please contact your representative, contact your senator, your mayor, your governor, contact the people that are meant to serve you and tell them that you are for Housing First programs. See if your city has availability for the, of course he doesn't do that. Of course he doesn't do that. It's not educating the population and showing people like, hey, look, so you guys can understand. No, because if you cared about making people understand, you would give them the solution to the incredibly simple problem. The problem is that it's incredibly difficult to develop permanent housing without real estate having a hand in the process. What do you mean? I mean, that's more like without government legislation having a hand in the process. It's just shock value content? Yep. Mm-hmm. Wait, you mean to tell me when people have a house, they can participate in society? No way. That's crazy. No way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just very silly. Very silly. No way. Yeah.